Okay, so you have tried to tackle job 11. This is a very challenging kind of bonus problem. So if you can't get it, don't worry, I'm going to walk you through because this teaches some advanced concepts that we haven't even really got into yet. So we need a couple of things for this. First thing we need is we're going to need a page border. So to get there, we hit Design, Page Border, and we can pick any kind we want. I'm just going to pick a simple box border and maybe make it a little thick. Maybe I'll make it 3. So I hit enter and we're good. I have this nice little border happening next. So we're making a zombie survival guide. So I'm going to jump down a couple of lines and type in zombie survival guide. Okay, looks good. Now you can pick whatever font you want. I'll just leave it on Calibri for now. But the key is, if you notice, my zombie survival guide is all capitals, but some of them are taller and smaller than the others. So how do we do that? Well, first thing we'll do is we'll center this, and it's also bolded. And then I'm going to change my capitals up. So I'm going to use my format, and then I'm going to go to font. And once it loads up, I will go to small caps. Now, while we're here, it's actually really nice because if you notice, there's a double underline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my underline style right here as well. I'll choose double underline, and we're looking good. I think it just needs to be a little bit bigger. So I'll increase the font size. There we go. Okay, awesome. So my next line, I will just make the font go a little smaller by Mr. R. Valconi. All right. Now I'm going to take off this bold. I'm going to take off the underline. And we look good. So next thing we want to do is we need to go back to our left align. So we'll hit our left align function. And then it says, I'll bump it down a couple of lines, the 5 steps to survival. Okay. And this S is lowercase, lowercase, lowercase. Perfect. All right. This is bolded, so we will bold it up. And then we have a nice little list happening here, which is not something we've done yet. So I'm going to press enter to start, and then I'm going to hit my numbers. So now it starts with number 1. So I'm just going to copy the ones that I already have. You should be making your own advice for people that are in this zombie situation. So yours will be a little different than mine, but I will just copy my list. You notice something else. If you take a look at the example that I've provided you, these are not in small capitals. All of them are in just straight capitals. So what that means is we're going to have to go and we're going to have to change all of these back to just our regular capitals. So that's important. So once I'm done this last one, I'll show you exactly how to go back and switch out of small caps and into our regular capitals. Okay, so I have my 5 steps to survival done. I'm going to highlight these up, and then I'm going to go back to my format, font, and once this one loads up, I'll have the ability to uncheck my small caps, and I'll change it into all caps. So now everything will be capital, everything will be the same height, and yep, that looks great. So I have my 5 steps to survival. We look good here, and now I can go into my defensive weapons and my emergency foods and drinks. So to do this, I'm going to need a table. So how do I do that? I'll go to Insert, I'll go to Table, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 2 columns. So yep, that looks exactly how I want it to look. Perfect. So I'll use my top 3 zombie defense weapons and my top 3 emergency foods and drink. Okay, so this is a little big. Let's reduce that font so it all fits on one line. Perfect. So we have this all on one line. Next thing we want to do is we want to color this in gray. So what we can do is we can go up to our table design and we can pick our shading. So I'm going to pick a nice light gray color. Yep, looks good. And then we're going to have our same numbered lists. So if I'm in the Home tab, now I can choose my numbered column again. And I want to use all three of these to be numbered. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick 1, 2, 3. Excellent. What are my top 3 zombie defense weapons? I picked the axe, fire, and love. And my emergency foods and drinks, I'm going to have to make my numbered list again. So I'll do the same thing. I'll highlight these. I'll go to my numbered symbol. And now I have my numbered list. So I have water, beef jerky, and trail mix. Great. So this is looking good. You can choose whatever font you'd like. If you'd like to mix it up, make it look cool, you can absolutely do that. So any of these things are going to be good. And I want to change mine to, this is kind of cool, eh? No, not that. Oh yeah, that's the one. I don't know. It's kind of trippy. Anyway, next thing we got to do is we got to get our picture. So let's find a picture, and we're going to need to go on Google for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on Google. We're going to look up zombie pictures. I am already on zombie pictures, and we can pick any zombie picture we might like. So these are a little terrifying. I'm going to pick this one. So I'll just right-click on it, hit copy image, and then I will go back here and I will paste it. Yeah, it looks good. So I want to center this thing, so I'll click on it, I'll hit center. If I need to adjust the size of it, no problem. Make it a little bigger. And the last thing is I have to give the top place on Earth to hide from zombies. So the top place on Earth to hide from zombies is, and then whatever place I think, so I put Antarctica. Okay, this whole thing is centered, so let's hit our centered thing, and the last thing we need to do is highlight this. So to do that, we can click on our little highlighter function over here, choose whatever color we want. I'm just going to highlight it in gray for now, and we are good. That is job number 11.